Here we are.
Here we are.
Locally Speaking, episode 0.
Theoretically, BC's only local government podcast. Theoretically.
We shall soon find out.
Right.
So, my name is Brenda Rowe. We're coming to you from the traditional territory of the Sechelt Nation. District of Sechelt councillor here, just at the end of my first term of 4 years.
And my name is Alton. I'm also a councillor with the District of Sechelt. This is my first term as well. And obviously, we are recording this during the election season. We're going to release episode 0 during the election season, but we are not going to produce the podcast during the election because we don't want to be politicizing things.
That's right. We also don't want to jinx ourselves for getting reelected.
I mean, that doesn't hurt either, of course. So what sort of things are we going to talk about, Brenda?
Well, this is a brainchild of yours, Alton, but I think we're hoping that it's a podcast that's not focused necessarily on the Sunshine Coast, but more focused on municipal government throughout BC and what sorts of things are going on in different communities. Basically looking for other local government nerds such as ourselves who are interested in that sort of thing. And I think maybe some of the challenges too of being in local government.
Yeah, I mean, challenges, also our victories. When I was sort of writing notes about what we might, the brainstorming notes, I'd written down a podcast where 2 elected officials chat about the municipalities and regional districts that make up local government in BC and how we managed to get anything done at all.
That really sums it up in a nutshell. And, there might be a few learnings in it.
Yeah.
As well for us. And we hope to have some guests. It's not just going to be Alton and myself yakking back and forth, but we hope to have some guests, both from the elected official side and the staff side and the public side.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing who we can get on here.
Mm-hmm. It should be interesting.
We've got somebody in staff in local government here on the Sunshine Coast who's interested in speaking. We'll see if we can actually make it work or get together to make it work. Mm-hmm. But who knows? Maybe if we get popular enough and good enough, we can get a cabinet minister here in BC to come talk about things.
You never know.
You never know.
We have big dreams.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I really do want to keep it local government. I know that there is a BC politics and Canadian politics podcast. And of course, there is the Canby Report, which focuses on the city of Vancouver. So shout out to them. But we're not Vancouver, and Vancouver is not all of British Columbia. So I think we're the first and the only ones, sort of for our smaller and literally every other community in the province other than Vancouver.
Well, there's so much of BC that is rural. I think our hope is that this podcast is by local government elected officials for local government elected officials.
And other local government nerds, of course.
Yeah, of course. So to that end, if anybody is interested in coming and joining us, you don't have to be here physically, obviously. They can shoot us an email at locallyspeakingpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. And we'll try and work out a situation where we can get you on the podcast. You can also email us ideas or something you want us to talk about. If there's an exciting thing going on in your community that you think we should chat about, let's do it. Let's chat about it.
And we hope to produce one twice a month, so every other week or so. And you'll be able to find us on Spotify.
And hopefully other places where you might get your podcasts from. We'll see. I don't know how the algorithms work or what you got to do to get them listed everywhere, but we'll figure that out. This is the first step of figuring that out, of course. And we're not launching our first episode until after the local government elections, which are
October 15th. Get out and vote.
Get out and vote. Even if you can't vote for us.
Vote for somebody. Exercise your right.
Exactly. And we'll be sort of aiming for 45 to 60 minutes, I think. Something easy. Mm-hmm. Nothing too heavy. Hopefully we can find some good as well as talking about the bad or the ugly. thanks for coming out today, Brenda, so we could actually get this recorded.
Hey, no problem, Alton. And thanks to all our listeners out there for checking out episode 0. And we'll see you soon.